So now I'm asking myself, do I want this black fabric around all the edges, or just like the neck, front, bottom? But I also want it around these sleeves. So let's look at it. Help me decide. Okay. This thing is so wonky. Okay. Beautiful black. Looks really good. I do really like it. Let's take in a little bit. So I'm going to take this. These are about 3 inches wide. Right. 3.5. 3.5. And I can use nice big 1/2 inch seams. And wrap it all the way around. So it'll be in on each side. That. Maybe that's not enough. Anyway. If it's this, it'll make it a little wider in the front. Not by much. It'll wrap around. It'll give it some more stability, and also in the side. Or you could sew it this way. Fold it in half. That makes it 1 1.5. Right? 1 3/4. Yeah, measuring, and you're not even looking at me. Come here. See, each one's an inch apart, so it makes it 1 3/4 inches. I don't know centimeters off the top of my head. I would have to measure that. But anyway, iron these in half, and then work it like binding a quilt. So if I can leave these ends open before I do the whole ends. So this, you give it about a 1/2 inch, fold it, and then hand sew the top. You see that? I said it, I don't know if you saw it. Put it on the inside. This is like binding a quilt. Line her up, sew it, do it about a 1/2 inch, fold it on the seam line. All the way around. And then do a decorative top stitch. Or hand stitch it. One of the two. Or do it the other way. But anyway, doing it this way gives it 2, 4, 6, 7 widths of fabric. So especially on the bottom, as it rubs and rubs and rubs, it has a lot to go through before it gets to your main garment. I mean, because he's tucked in there, right? There it goes. He's all tucked in there, all snug as a bug. And especially on the bottom, this will take the wear, which you can remove and replace, and your main garment doesn't. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make sure that I have pieces to fit everything. Like this will fit here. And then iron that in half. And I'll sew those on completely before I do the enclosed side seams. Yes, this will work. So let me find another short one. These are long. These are long. The long ones I'm going to join together before I iron. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to have to use black thread. I think we're going to. Yeah. The long one. I hope this is enough fabric to go all the way around. If there's enough of this. So this does this arm. So just going to roughly lay this out. Wish I could get you higher up, but that's about all I get. So this is the back. So one of these easily does the bottom. Just gonna put them behind me for now. Little bit to have a part of this one. Then another one. Cover this one. The front and bottom. So between two, I got the whole bottom done. All right. Now we just get the top. I know two does the bottom, so those are over here. And one does the sleeve. Oop. So and one pretty much does all the way to the top. Wow. And around the top. So I just need one more long one. Yep. All the way around the top. Oh, that looks cool. And another one for this sleeve. Boom. We've got this. It's fine. So 4 of the long ones take care of the main front, the front and the bottom, and 2, the short one and this here, the longer one, take up the sides. We're good. We're perfect. Let's do this. But that means I have to change my thread. And I can save this pretty much to make some decorative patches. And then just have this garment done with. No, I'm not lining it. It's lightweight. We're fine. Okay. Let's change out that thread. And the camera's about to die, so I'm going to go plug this in. I'm going to change out my thread, which is boring. And I'll get... Alright, so I worked a little bit while you were charging. I just ironed these flat and sewed the 4 together. So, no huge thing. So this is the short one. We're going to do that one first. I think I'm going to do right side to right side. And then when I fold it, this is going to the back. And then I could do a decorative top stitch, like right on the edge maybe. And 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we're gonna have to get this turned the right way. Around, top of fabric, top of fabric. And if I ever want to line this, I just need to pop the binding off, put a liner in, put the binding back on. That sounded way easier than it actually is going to be. Okay. Putting this a little bit beyond the edge because it is thicker. It doesn't punch in. 1/2 inch seam allowance because this is 1 3/4. So I should be able to do 3/2 and have that little extra room to accommodate the width of the foldings. My cat is yelling for me. How do you teach a cat not to yell? You teach a dog not to bark, but a cat not to yell. And she's not just meowing, she's yelling. Alright, just freehanding this. First, we press the seam all to the top. Moving extra threads as we go. Alrighty, I got them ironed on, folded over, and they stick out just beyond that stitch line. So I'm going to be pretty careful with this. A lot of fabric here. No, not my drink over. And I'm going to sew right in the ditch. I got my machine set on 3. I've been waiting a long time. Anyway, trimmed. I used scissors this time. It's great. Folded back, ironed. Now it's super crisp. I'm gonna do it again. Back, flip it over. It's getting a lot more manageable, becoming clothing instead of just a random thing. Measure out a 1/2 inch. Boom. I do. It's right here. Needle 1/2 inch. You can't see that probably, but there's a pencil line there. Pencil line, top of this to the bottom of this. Now we need a 1/4 inch. Ha ha. 1/4 inch. Quarter inch. Yeah, it's about right there. About right there. We're good. Okay. I'm gonna take this from here. Now we can do this on the other side to approximately a 1/4 inch. There. And I ironed this really crisp, and I pressed it down with a pressing block. No, pressing rock, so fancy. It's a piece of 2x4 that's sanded down. Get this done, and I think it is bedtime, and we'll do the binding another day. Hopefully that other day is tomorrow, because I'd like to get this project finished and this video finished. All right, so I marked it again. We saw this part. We can go quick. It's a new day, it's a new dawn. It's actually nighttime, but that's okay. I reloaded the bobbin. I finished sewing to the edge. You notice we're a little off here. So we're a little inch off here. So I'm gonna flop it to the cutting table, get a nice straight line. For one, we can do this now. We can do this. Ready? Whoosh. All right. So beautiful. See, nice seam. You can almost not even see it. I love how they match up. See the way that black comes out? It's almost like the same piece. So, turned out super lovely. Back with this thing. Yes. You want it to be a lightsaber. It's not, but that's okay. So, the idea with this seam is to top stitch it by hand out on each side. But that's after I sew everything else. So we'll get rid of the stringy bits. Don't know why I thought that neckline was gonna work. Why did I think that neckline was gonna work? Clearly doesn't work. So we're gonna have to stuff in that neckline a 1/2 inch. Just fine. It's about a 1/2 inch all the way around. Keep it even. This is pretty. We're gonna go push this down. This is gonna come up. Push this down. Put this on the iron. Come up around. Boom, boom. I think I'm gonna have to hand stitch that. So let's go to the iron and make this thing happen. Finish this thing off. But honestly, if I do the hand sew, I'm just gonna go upstairs, cuddle on the couch and do it. No camera, no nothing, just do it. And I'll show you what it looks like finished. But me sitting on the couch, cutting and sewing and sewing and sewing and, okay, not much cutting, but lots of sewing. It's gonna be boring as hell for anyone who's watching. It's just hand sewing. Or slow stitching. I know it's not even hand sewing anymore. It's called slow stitching. What the heck? Hand sewing. It's always been hand sewing. I'm hoping you can see this. Here, fold flat to here. thinking that my clip's not gonna work. These aren't gonna work. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. Look at this. Oh, so nice. Not with the cat hair or the rabbit hair. I don't really know which one is on this one. I gave the kitten a cuddle, so I could be responsible. But the rabbit is in the other room, and he's shedding, and his fur is literally flying. Yeah, the fur is flying. It's nothing to do with fighting or anything. It's just literally the fur's flying because he's shedding so bad. I'm just like under it. I'm not even sure what you can see and what you can't. Just gonna edit what you can. Okay, I'm not liking what the corner's doing. Corner here looks beautiful on this side. Totally gorgeous. Doesn't want to lay flat. Like wants to lay at a curve, doming in. It's, look at that. Beautiful. You see this? Oh, battery. Yep, it's all happened. Okay, you see that? So beautiful. I'm just going to go and pin this. I'll be back when I actually have something done. All right. So I just hand stitched all this down. You can see where I had the old sewing stitches that I pulled out. Where that isn't, it looks so much better. So pretty good. The sewing stitches will, the holes left from the unpicking, a lot of that will just wash out. You won't really notice. But it's on the inside, not too bad on the outside. So nice clean finish. The corners, I didn't leave quite enough fabric on them, so I am just going to push these together, do a little stitch, push these together. Sleeves. It's really easy to find the sleeves. Flowers. Okay, so they turned out really super cute, other than they have this huge theme, which I kind of like. I just want to take some little decorative stitches back and forth here. Just some long running stitches. Okay, I know I said linen. I meant silk. Totally. So I have these beautiful little spools from silk. Now these are darn good yarn. I don't remember how I picked them up. It might be in a past video. Just gonna look at some colors here. Those are the same things, and they don't really work. Some neutrals. Neutrals with a little different plan of neutrals here. Looks like the creamy. What did it say? 300 yards per spool. They close over 300 yards, so 109 yards a spool. I think I'll be using 4 or 5 yards today. No, not much at all. Anyway, yeah, this one's a little browner. Both of them look really good. It pulls the browns out of here. I'll go with the contrast. It's nice breaking these open. Well, I'm going to work up the sleeve just on this think. I don't think I'm gonna work all the way into the underarm. And then come back and work this side. And then I'll do the other side. And I'll show you how it turned out. Hey. Well, I finished it. I sewed on all the binding and did the hand sewing. And it's all done. So, check out the hand sewing. Side, and I even stitched and locked those down. Right? So you want to see the whole thing? It might need a belt, but the whole thing is super comfortable, super light, and there's enough heaviness in the sleeves to keep them down. They don't bounce around. All right. See you next time for our next project. Have a good one.